Hi everybody, Elisa here. Finally, with another Whatever I Want Wednesday. I know a while back I said I was starting that new feature on my channel so that I could give myself and other people who might need it a break from Vera. I'm going to use that day hopefully to talk about whatever I want. It probably won't always, hopefully won't always be bags, but right now I just have bags on the brain, I feel like. And I just knocked out a viewer request for some Vera bags, and hopefully I'll have gotten that loaded up already. And since I have sort of a lull right now for a few days in my work, I thought I would try to knock out sorry. Hi Mama, you can come back up. I thought I would try to knock out another Whatever I Want Wednesday, because I haven't done that in a long time. Yeah, can you go use your ramp, please? Did you want to come up? Can you go on? Did you? Oh, there she goes. She's like, psych. Okay, so I wanted to talk about these now I have a whole stack of them. These are bags that I found on Amazon that I inadvertently, I had a while back was doing videos, and hi Mama, and I had left one sitting out in behind me, and people were saying, what's that bag in the back? What's that bag in the back? And so I was like, oops. That's the problem when you live with all your clutter out and about. Well, I guess that's the definition of clutter, right? If it weren't out, it wouldn't be clutter. It would just be crap in a hidden closet. I always think of that episode of Friends with Monica when she has that locked closet and then she's got all her crap in there, which that was kind of sad about Matthew Perry, right? Really, really sad. I didn't mean to go off on that Friends tangent, because then it does make you think about him just passing away recently. He was really so talented in that ensemble cast. Really very good. Sad. Like when I stay up late doing puzzles, which I'm trying not to do anymore because I need my sleep big time. But that's the channel I would put on. I would put on Nickelodeon because at night they play Friends, episodes back to back. Anyway, okay. So that's what I need. I need a couple of closets like that where I can just throw everything in there and then lock them. Okay, so one day I was looking on Amazon, probably looking at Vera stuff, Vera prices, because the prices are often good on Amazon, and you put stuff in your cart and the prices fluctuate, and sometimes they go down quite a bit, and it's like gambling. And so something popped up in like a suggested for you kind of way, like you might also be interested in this, or other customers are buying this. And since I'm so easily influenced, I'm suggestible. I clicked on it. I said, oh, what's that? And I just went down this rabbit hole of this brand, for a number of reasons, sort of directly as a sort of response to things that I'm frustrated with about Vera. So people might find it interesting for that reason. I'm just trying to get to which is the one that I saw first. It was the first one I got. And I don't, let's see, I probably have the tags on some of these still, but I did take the tags off. So I want to make sure I get the name right of the brand, and it, let's see. Oh, here's a tag. Okay, so I want to show the tag too, the hang tag. Oh God, my light is so weird right now. It's because where the sun is positioned right now, and then there's a building blocking some of it. Anyway, okay, so the brand, it's French. Ooh, more mispronouncing the French language, more butchering of the French language, which is always fun for me. I do think I'm saying this right, but I'm not 100% sure. The brand is Maison. And here's the tag so people can see how it's spelled. Hopefully they can see. I'm sorry about my light. that's light anywhere. Oh, there we go. Maybe that's better. I don't know where these are made. My guess, if I had to guess, would be like India. There's something about the fabrics. And this style is just called shopping bag or sack shopping. 100% cotton. I don't know whether that cotton is recycled cotton or what, but it's 100% cotton. The dimensions are on the tag. They're 17.7 by 14.6. I think 17.7 is the height. Okay, so I think this was the first one that I ordered. I don't remember if this was actually the product shot that drew me in. I think this one might have been the product shot, whatever. Anyway, what I could see right away, even when the, little on the website, on Amazon, the website, the image was small still, and I had to click on it, it was like a thumbnail image, but I could see right away because of the fabric design that it had birds, and they were big. And so that was immediately appealing to me. And not only that, then I started to look at all these fabrics, but the initial fabric that drew me in, but the majority of the fabrics are so beautifully designed. They reminded me of fabrics from like European textile manufacturers, like really high-end kind of upholstery fabric, the kind of fabric that people put on their walls, like on Park Avenue apartments and stuff. That's what it harked back to for me. Very like hyper-realistic rendering, photorealistic rendering almost. Beautiful, beautiful with the foliage, not just the birds, but the foliage. That almost looks like a columbine there, I'm not sure. People can correct me if I'm wrong. The color's pretty accurate with this wonky light because it is indirect, like sort of there's clouds, and whenever you get sort of that indirect kind of overhead light is good for color. It usually makes color look very vivid and sort of accurate. So I don't remember the name of this pattern because this one I have the tag. Yeah, remove the tag. But you can, when you go to there, they have a storefront on Amazon, this brand, and they have all sorts of things, not just bags, and not just this style bag. This is, your basic tote, but they have a crossbody bag, and I don't know if they had something that was a little bit more like a travel bag, like a duffel kind of thing, or a weekender looking kind of thing. I'm not sure. But then they have like pot holders, and I think they have tablecloths, other things like that, napkins maybe. I'm not sure. I didn't look at everything. So I ordered this, and has this sort of leather. I'm not sure if that's real leather, but it's got that sort of label stitched on. I have been thinking about maybe, taking it off. I'm not sure yet. So it's got this seam across the top here, just stitched, and then a seam here. And on the back, it's got this, again, that seam stitched in there. And then this zipper pocket, which does go all the way down. Again, nice bird placement here. Inside, where I was saying there's this seam stitched here, that sort of corresponds to this top here. So you can feel the stitching from the front, through this piece of fabric, but there's no stitching tacking this down. And then the inside is a contrasting fabric. This is just a small dot pattern. And again, pockets, one zipper pocket does go all the way down, even the interior pocket. And then two big slip pockets on this side, which people probably, fans of the vintage Vera are noticing it's quilted fabric made to use to make that pocket. And so those pockets are nice and sort of sturdy and like give the bag structure in a way. And what I really like about the other two pockets on that surround the zipper pocket in here, sorry, it's hard to there, is that they're a little bit narrower. And I found that an umbrella slips really nicely in there. So I really like that. These are sort of narrower pockets there. Let's see what this tag says. It has the brand name. Ooh, made in India, I was right. I don't know, there's just something about these fabrics, and I don't know why I thought that, but I did. So when I ordered it, and the top is no zip top, unfortunately, magnetic snap closure there. I have used these bags. I have used some of them. I have so many now that I haven't used them all yet, because I just couldn't get over the fabrics, and I just kept ordering more and more, like little 1 or 2 at a time. They were, I think they're $59 when I ordered them. They were $59. 1 or 2 were on sale for a little bit less. I don't know how frequently they have sales. I did notice that patterns that were out of stock did come back in stock. I don't know, if that's the norm. I don't know. I'm not familiar enough with the brand to know. So the one thing that I did give me pause, and there are lots of good pictures, like on their page when you click on a bag, and there's a model with the bag on and stuff. So I mean, I felt like I was getting a good look at the product. I did notice these straps, and I was hesitant about these straps because I felt like they looked a little downscale, a little like too casual for the way the bag looked, like not fancy enough for the prettiness of the bag. These were kind of that woven, cottony, tote baggy strap that like I would think of like on an LL Bean tote or something, like just a plain canvas tote. A little rough, that texture, that woven texture. So I wasn't thrilled with that. I felt it was like a little incongruous, just didn't go. However, when I used the bag, I found that this particular type of strap stayed on my shoulder really well. And so I don't mind it so much anymore. I still do think it gives the bag a little bit too casual of a look, but they function well, so that's good. And so the drop on this strap, it's a little bit long. I guess you could say this might compare to the Vera Tote style, that style that's just sort of in the independent retailers sometimes now, where it doesn't have a zipper top, it just has a snap top. But that does feel, I don't have one handy right now. I do feel like that tote bag might be just a little bit smaller than this. So this strap drop, 12 strap drop, and this width, almost 1.5. So it does have a cardboard base that is removable. It's constructed like the vintage Vera totes with that sleeve on the bottom of the bag, and you slide the piece of cardboard out. I don't know if you can see it in there. You can sort of see the edge there of the cardboard. The sleeve is open on both ends, and the cardboard slips out. The other thing that it comes with is that it has a pouch, a zipper pouch that is attached on this strip of fabric, and it does attach to a loop inside the bag, and it has a clasp, and you can remove it from the bag. So this can, again, bird. So this, I was already wondering when so when I ordered it, I was looking at the product shot, and I'm saying, good God, look at those beautiful, that good bird pattern placement, the good pattern placement relative to the birds. And what are the odds that if I order this bag, I'm going to get one that looks like that? Probably slim. I'm probably going to be disappointed. But for $59, I'll, and free shipping, I will take a chance. So the tote, whichever one it was that I ordered, came, and the birds were, you know, beautiful. I mean, like, this is beautiful. I don't remember whether this was that particular first tote. But I was like, oh my God, that's just so perfect. You know, how is that possible? Because, you know, Vera has me trained to know that I'm not going to get good pattern placement. And I flipped the bag over, and I realized it's the exact same piece of fabric, pretty much. You know, only here they've cut a pocket into it. And so I'm thinking, okay, so they're, you know, I'm starting to think that means that all the bags will look like this. Like, they're printing, they're paying attention. That was my first thing, is, oh, they're paying attention to pattern placement. And then I saw this, and I was like, well, what are the odds? And I flipped it over, and it's like, oh my God, they're really paying attention to pattern placement. And then I started to think about it even more, and I thought, no, this is I mean, yes, they are paying attention to pattern placement, but my guess is that everybody who orders this particular color version, you know, of the bag, this particular pattern, whatever it was called, is going to get this exact bag. So they are, my guess, if I had to make a bet, I would bet they are printing the fabric, just this piece of fabric, you know. So everybody's bag is going to look like this. And everybody's little pouch is going to look like this, front and back. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I would rather get excellent pattern placement, knowing that everybody else out there is going to have the same exact bag as me. I still would rather that than that feeling of, okay, well, at least nobody has the same bag as me, even if my pattern placement is crap. Like, I don't begrudge other people good pattern placement. Like, I would rather we all have excellent pattern placement at the same exact bag. For my money, that's more valuable. I don't care that nobody, you know, I guess some people may feel with Vera Bradley that they like that nobody else has the exact same bag as them because the pattern placement is always different. That doesn't matter to me. If I had excellent pattern placement and the next woman over had the same bag, I would be okay with that because my pattern placement is good and it's satisfying for me, and I'm not always going to be standing next to that woman with the same bag. So for my money, this is money better spent. It's less expensive. I get the quilted pocket walls, and I get the excellent pattern placement. I am a little bummed I don't have a top zip, and so what I was doing was putting cash and stuff in here and using this as my wallet, and then it was tethered. But I was thinking, you know, I can come up with any number of solutions for that, and I have been, because I've recently started buying some other brands like Coach and stuff that don't have zip tops. Like, there's one back there, a city tote, and I really like that. And so what I've done is I'm using a little sport sack bag that I have. There's just a simple shopper tote, and it has a zip top, and it fits nicely in a lot of these open top totes that I have, and I just plunk it in there, and I can put anything that I don't want someone to reach in and grab, and my wallet and other things in that liner bag. It's very lightweight, and the zipper is easy to work, and I just plunk it in. And so that's what I'll probably do with this as well. It's been working for with the Coach bag, and so I'll probably do that with this rather than, you know, trying to cram a lot of stuff in this and then tether it. But, you know, you could tether something else. You could use a lanyard and a convertible wristlet or something that's a little bit bigger than this pouch, and you could tether it that way. So there's, you know, lots of workarounds to the open top. So this was one, again, just gorgeous. I don't remember the name of this one. Maybe Eden Violet, I want to say. I'm not sure. I have one in a different color, same pattern, different color. So, and I don't know if I have the tag on this one still. Yes. Eden. This is Eden Yellow. This one, Eden Violet. Eden Yellow. I do like this background color better, but this one was continued to draw my eye because I felt that um, the elements popped differently. You know, they popped more off of this background color. This is actually, you know, I did get a request recently, and I have my list of requests slowly going to be getting to, and one of them was more interesting. I mean, I appreciate all the requests. I'm not knocking any of the requests, but this was a more unusual, let's say, request for my channel, which was, could I talk about color theory and the color wheel more in depth? Because I'm always sort of referencing that, and some people find that kind of interesting, and so I will. I have to sort of read up a little bit, refresh my memory, because it's been a while since I've been in school. But this illustrates an interesting, something interesting about color, which is that color affects color when it's, you know, colors placed next to each other affect what the colors look like. And you can see these are, I would 100% bet money, good money, that this pattern and this pattern are the same, but the tones of the birds, the colors look different on the different backgrounds. And you can see that. It's hard to get them close together, but you can see that. And the body of this bird here in the tail, and how it looks here. You see here, almost looks a little bit cooler, the greens and stuff. Here almost, I mean, almost looks a little yellower or something, because you've got all that yellow around it. This red looks a bit yellower. Here it looks like it's got more blue in it. But I would bet good money that this is the exact same color colors. The pattern itself is printed in the exact same colors, and the reason it looks like there's a slight shift is because of the background color. The blue of this head here looks very different than it does here. Even the body, like the body here, almost looks a little bit, I don't know if it's grayer or it just looks very different, you know. And so I think that's an interesting thing about color. Look at these two flowers. Yeah. Same flower. Just looks more vivid, electric here. Not so much here to me anyway. But anyway, that's for another video. So yeah, even though I'm not crazy about this yellow background, I got the bag anyway because I just thought it was an interesting effect. It popped more, you know, the pattern popped more. But I do think overall this is more my taste, color-wise, subtler. So these two were Eden. I may have cut the tag off of this one. Yeah, so I don't remember what this pattern is, but again, same, you know, same element, same seaming as the other bag. This is the same bag style, shopping bag. Again, you know, the birds, and that sort of very realistic. This one almost sort of more Asian feel to it. But again, that sort of, like, to me, very high-end textile manufacturer kind of look, with these more realistically rendered, artistic, like fine painting, you know, watercolor painting, Asian lithographs or something. And that tree, I mean, look at the tree branch is used well because it's a line, it functions as a line that leads your eye through the composition, up and through the composition. Now this one is different on the front and the back, whereas the other bag seemed to be the same piece of fabric. This is different, front and back. The bottom is a contrasting fabric here. On the other bag it was not. Lining is that small dot pattern. And the zipper pouch, again, bird, same piece of fabric. So my guess would be that if somebody else ordered this same bag, they would get the exact same placement, front and back, and the same placement on that little pouch as well. And then, you know, they not all the patterns are rendered like that. You know, there is some variety. Oh, here's the one more that is sort of in that family of patterns. You know, but slightly different background color. Again, birds, very Asian looking. The foliage is very Asian looking. I'm sorry about my light there. And the back. Again, a different part of the fabric, front and back. So this one so far seems to be the only one where it's like the same piece of fabric, you know, on the front and the back. Sort of interesting. Now I took the tag off of this one too, so I don't remember the pattern name, but when you go to the Maison you know, page on Facebook, there's a drop-down menu. When you click on the style, and there's a, you know, a drop-down menu, you click on it, and all the pop-up kind of menu, and all the pattern names come up, and you can select them and just sort of work your way through them. You see what they all are. That shading here on the head, very beautiful. This was definitely this is the kind of pattern and bird rendering in particular that I was sort of craving from Vera Bradley, and at some point I just kind of realized, yeah, I'm never going to get it from Vera, because that's not their design aesthetic. This isn't their design aesthetic. And that's not a put down, you know, they just have a different design aesthetic. And there are a slew of Vera patterns that I really love, but this kind of rendering was what I was craving. And so it really kind of makes me pull back a bit from Vera, because I'm saying, well, I'm spending all this money on Vera, but this was really what I was wanting, you know, desperately. And so maybe I don't need, you know, Vera as much anymore. And people watch my last video, I am thinking about putting some new stuff on Poshmark. I had been selling stuff back in the day on Poshmark, some Vera I didn't want, and I'm thinking about loading some stuff up there soon. Then I came across this one, which felt a little different from those other patterns. And oh God, I cut the, sorry, cut the tag. I have some tags over there. Let me see if any of them are these. Hold on a sec. Ooh, yeah. I got three. Okay, let's see if I can figure out through process of elimination. One of them is Osaka. I'm not sure if that's Osaka or this is Osaka, because this has a very like Asian kind of feel. Eden Violet, Happy Florals Blue. I'm gonna guess, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that this is Happy Florals Blue, but I'm not sure. And this one appealed to me because it almost felt like it had trim here. It's all the same one piece of fabric though, so it's printed. This part is printed as a continuation. Again, same seaming here and here. It's the same bag, so it's always the same. This does look like the same piece of fabric, front and back. And so this one appealed to me because, you know, butterflies. And it's blue. You know, I really like the blue background. Sort of a soft denim kind of blue. Very pretty. Different kind of rendering here. Very watercolor-like. This reminds me of my mother's artwork. She was into watercolor. Where this is put down here. The colors are put down here. Very like loose paint, loose watery paint. This has more of like a country. That's pretty. That's pretty flower too. Ooh. Another butterfly there. This definitely, to me, has more of a country feel to it. Another butterfly. Oh, that's the one I just showed. Oh, there we go. There's the other one. Same pattern on the bottom. Again, it's sort of a dot, a very small polka dot fabric. The yellow is very happy and bright. It's nice. Oh, and let's see what's on the pouch. Ooh. Yeah, see, this looks like not part of the same piece of fabric, but specially made for the pouch. So I'm sure everybody's getting the same pouch. You know, so I like that. I mean, I like that I'm getting something where care to pattern placement was put in. So I know, even if I didn't see this, I don't remember whether they showed, they have a shot of the pouch on the website when you look at the bags. I don't remember, but now that I've ordered a slew of these, I feel comfortable. I feel confident, like I'm going to be pleased. There's no anxiety here with my order, like, oh God, is it going to show up and I'm not going to like the pattern placement? It's going to be awkward and the, you know, birds are going to be decapitated or whatever. There's none of that. And I should say, it came sort of folded kind of like this. But a day or two, you know, I just had it out hanging from one of my doorknobs and my closet doors, and it just, you know, was fine. And I store them flat like this in a tub, like I store my Vera. And it did have a slight, like, chemical, like, smell, like it was the ink or something, you know, the fabric ink or the fabric smell, but it dissipated, aired out very quickly. It says up top, it says a strip of writing that's upside down. It says roses are red, violets are blue. I love going shopping with you. Oh, so cute, cute. Okay. Oh, yeah. Getting to the end, sort of. Another blue. I couldn't get over all these blue patterns. This again, also more of a country feel to this pattern. Just Florals, it's called. Just Florals. Wait, let's make sure. Yes, Just Florals. I think there are butterflies in here though, so it's not just florals. But again, very pretty, very dainty, country-ish kind of fabric. Very like Laura Ingalls Wilder. There's a butterfly upside down. Another butterfly. Another butterfly there. There. I do feel like maybe I could get rid of that. I don't know, we'll see. This one, same, it looks like the same part of the piece of fabric. Again, small dot pattern in there, and matching zipper pouch. The same piece of fabric, front and back. These are like hydrangeas, these. Oh, it's not the same exact piece of fabric, or it's just cut. Yeah, it's cut just a little bit different. Okay, so that, and this one I ordered, is called the Miller Blue. I think it's the Miller. Yes, the pattern name is the Miller Blue. They might have had a different color version of it. I don't remember. This I ordered because I'm a sucker for toile patterns, and this is a true toile pattern. I know I feel like I've said in of at least one of my Vera videos, at a certain pattern, maybe it was rose toile or whatever, isn't what I consider a true toile de Julie pattern. This is a true toile pattern, and I love it. I have real trouble resisting a toile pattern. I used to have a dress, it was my aunt's, it was my father's sister's, passed away somewhat recently. I used to have a dress of hers that was probably from the 50s. I don't know what happened to that dress, because maybe it fell apart. I mean, I used to wear it. I used to wear it to school. It was a red toile pattern, a beautiful, rich, rosy red on an off-white background. Very fitted top, short sleeve top with a V-neck and a big flouncy, like knee-length skirt. God, I love that thing. And that was a toile pattern, and I think that probably set my mind, in motion about toiles and how beautiful they were. And then I was looking at this online and closely in the product shots, and I saw the dog. So I thought, oh well, okay, it's got a dog, I'm gonna get it before it sells out. When I bought it, there weren't that many. I could see there weren't that many left. There's another dog there. But I think it has since restocked. So this is not the same piece of the fabric front and back, but I still think, if I were betting, I would still bet if you were to order this particular bag, you would get the same layout. I get the feeling that's what they're doing. So I'm not sure how they're printing the fabric. Are they printing a very, small sections of this, and then constructing all the bags? That I don't know how they're doing it. If they're doing something different from the way Vera Bradley does it, for whatever reason Vera is doing it the way they're doing it. Cost, I assume it's cost, I don't know. But it just makes me think, it is possible to pay attention to pattern placement, like I have always been claiming, and just some brands will do it and some brands won't do it. And Vera is not the only brand that doesn't do it. But this just was very satisfying for me, because I went, aha, it is possible. What I have been, bitching and moaning about, it is possible. What I'm saying is right. It's possible to pay attention to pattern placement. So a true toile pattern is usually monochromatic, meaning, so there's the pattern itself is made up of one color, different tones, values of that color, different values of that color, but it's all plunked down on like a cream colored background. That's that's how they started. Then there's some variation where sometimes the background color will be different, or sometimes the image will drop out white on the background color, but this is what you typically see. One background color, usually a light kind of cream color, and the pattern and laid down on top of it in a contrasting one color in different values of that color. And so, maybe occasionally there'll be a second color in the pattern, but it really isn't like rose toile, where there's just a whole mess of colors going on. And it's usually, often, pastoral scenes like this. Okay, maybe eventually they branch out and they get into some maybe floral patterns, but these pastoral scenes are the traditional, original toile, make up the original idea of the toile. And so I'm a traditionalist with my toiles. So that's why I got this. Again, the dot pattern in there, and the accompanying pouch. I was kind of bummed I didn't get it. They don't put a dog on the pouch. bag. And you know, contrast this is kind of a contrast, right? That strap with that white body of the bag, but what are you gonna do? And last but not least, this is the last one that I ordered. Couldn't get over this blue background. Had to have this blue background. Haven't taken the tag off of this. Oh God, like I can read this. Equinox. I would never have been able to read that. That was not what my attempt was going to be. I'm not going to say out loud what I was going to say. Again, birds. Couldn't resist the birds. And I love this warm yellow on this blue. I love that combo of yellow and blue. Certain combos, certain yellow-blue combos I really like. They're very French looking to me. French and also Italian when you get the Majolica, and Spanish when you get that Majolica ceramic work. The combination of yellow and blue is very common in the glazes. So I do like that, very European combo. Bird there. Just is very pretty with the pinks too. A little pink, coral and pink kind of colors on the blue. Very pretty in here. I love these leaves that are, you know, okay, leaves sometimes they turn color and they are not always green, but it just that's nice. This leaf in particular, right here, very pretty. All the different colors in that one leaf. It's like little berries. Where are the berries there? I do like it when they use atypical, you know, not so typical colors for things like leaves and butterflies and ladybugs, and they go a little off the norm, off of the norm. Is that the same? Yeah, the same piece of fabric. So it seems like more often than not, it's the same piece of fabric front and back, with some exceptions. What I really like about this particular one is that the strap really matches the fabric well, the color. Again, that small polka dot lining fabric. You know, the pouch, same piece of fabric, front and back again. So just, you know, I have used the bags. Like I said, I use them because that's how I know that the straps stay on my shoulders well, but I was comfortable using them. I use them in a way that I feel like my stuff is secure. And so that makes me more, you know, use them more. And I don't overlook them now because I say, oh, well, they're not secure. I've come up with a solution that enables me to use them just as much as my zipper top bags. Really pleased. Again, $59. I don't know if this is honking. Oh, the honking. I don't know if this is recycled versus non-recycled. Maybe there's some information about that on their page on Amazon. I would have to look, but it feels good. You know, it's not the recycled cotton in and of itself that is giving me problems with Vera. It's the whole mess of changes that come along with that. It sort of compound the problem to make the product more off-putting. So this was very satisfying. $59, quilted pockets, gorgeous, gorgeous patterns. I mean, I have not been disappointed with any of them. And the pictures on the website are very clear, accurate. The pictures on Amazon. So again, Maison der Mine. So that was it for my Whatever I Want Wednesday. I highly recommend these bags. I think they're gorgeous and comfortable, and I've just really been enjoying them. I feel like I haven't been looking anymore because I feel like I got all the ones that were really screaming my name. But they have a whole range of very interesting patterns. Some not representational, some just geometric shapes, patterns and stuff, almost sort of more Indian looking. I mean, like Indian looking. So I recommend them. I've had a good experience, and they shipped. Some of them took a little bit longer to ship. Maybe they were waiting for stock to come in or something. I don't know. Some came quickly and some I had to wait a little bit, but it was clear from the information I was given on Amazon that I was going to have to wait. So it wasn't a surprise to me. I knew what the target ship date was, and I knew it was a ways out, and then it came at that time. There was no additional delay. So I was fine with the service that I got. Really pleased. No complaints, and they're beautiful. So that was it, and hopefully I will get going with more Whatever I Want Wednesdays. I can talk about my new obsession with Coach, which is the most bizarre thing to me. And anyway, I hope people found that enjoyable, and hopefully see you next time. I was going to say I'm Vera Bradley Bag of the Day. It is my channel, but for another Whatever I Want Wednesday.